For this project, I'm going to combine concepts you have learned in this lesson and previous ones to show you how they can be utilized in one animation. These concepts are frame by frame, classic tween, and a nested animation. I want to use the person in my Drawing a Character project. I'd like to make him wave at the viewers. I separated his head and right arm from his body, created graphic symbols for all three, and placed them on separate layers. Now I would like to add keyframes to the timeline to extend the animation. I'll select the keyframes 1 through 20 and then click on the Add Keyframes button in the timeline, or go to the menu and select Insert, then Timeline, then Keyframe. I've created 3 different arm positions representing 3 stages of a waving arm: right, middle, and left, converted them into graphic symbols, and now stored in the library. I have placed the arm in the middle position in the first frame. At frame 5, I will add another keyframe, and in the Properties panel, I'll select the Swap Symbol button, pick Right Arm R, and Animate will automatically replace the middle arm position with the right arm position. You may have to move it into place. At frame 10, I will add another keyframe. In the Properties panel, I'll continue with the process until I have completed the wave cycle. Once I've finished the wave cycle, I'll delete the keyframes on frame 20 so there won't be any lag. I will test the movie by hitting Command-Return on my keyboard or selecting Control, then Test Movie, then Inanimate. For this animation, I borrowed the sky and clouds from the Drawing a Scene project. I would like to have the clouds pass behind my character as he is waving. I converted the cloud drawings into graphic symbols and named them Cloud 01 and Cloud 02, and put them on their own layers. I know I'll need more than 19 frames for the clouds to pass, otherwise they would be speeding across the sky. I will add frames up to frame 79 and I'll see how the clouds look at that speed. I'll need to duplicate frames 5 through 19 and paste them in the timeline for that duration. I'll select the Cloud 01 layer and add a keyframe anywhere on the timeline. Then I will add another keyframe at the end of the animation on frame 79. Then I'll click my mouse anywhere in between the 2 keyframes, right-click or option-click, and select Classic Tween. I'll scrub the blue playhead to make sure the Classic Tween works. And it does. However, the clouds appear to be too close together, so I'll separate the tween in Cloud 01 from the tween in Cloud 02. Now I will test the movie. The clouds are moving a bit too fast. If I want to correct that, I would just add more frames and spread out the tween more to make them slow down. It seems unnatural for my character to stand there waving his arm without blinking his eyes. So I'll go inside the head graphic symbol and add some blinking eyelids. I'll double-click on the head symbol and you'll see that I have a new timeline with unnamed layers. I'll name Layer 1 Head and make sure that the head is on that layer. I'll call another layer Eyelids. Next, I'll go to the Eyelids layer and draw an eyelid that is half closed for the right eye, duplicate it, and flip it horizontally for the left eye. Then I'll make a duplicate of those. I'll use 2 frames for the eyes half closed, since it takes lids longer to close, and 1 frame for the eyelids to spring back up to the open position. Then 1 frame for closed eyes. Now I'll use the subselection tool to make the eyelids close. I'll insert a blank keyframe to separate each blink. As you can see, I can adjust the size of the timeline by moving this slider above and to the right of the timeline. I'll extend the frames for the head layer out to frame 90 so I can add more blinks. Now I will test the movie. All 3 animation techniques are working, but there's one last thing I'd like to do. Have this head move from side to side. I'll click on Scene 1 and return to the main timeline. From the head layer, I will select the first frame and then paste the frame into frame 79. I'll now select the head with the free transformation tool so I get the bounding box around his head. I'll make the head layer into a motion tween, then add keyframes where I want to rotate the head back and forth, giving the animation more movement. Also, the blinking eyes are nested in the head because they move along with the head without having to give the eyes any motion. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.